Hey, techies, welcome back. We're going to be doing more Darkest Dungeon today. We're going to be trying to get through it on the Darkest Estate, because I accidentally named it wrong. I was going to call it the Darkest YouTube Estate, just so that I knew what file to use. Um, we're going to be trying to do the run quickly today, because I'm kind of on a tight schedule, and I wanted to get a video out, but I don't necessarily have all the time in the world to get a super long one out, so we're going to be looking for a short one, a short dungeon that we can do hopefully relatively quickly, and hopefully none of the characters are going to die because we only have so many deaths. I really wish this would load faster. Um, Stagecoach upgrades are vital to the long-term health of your roster and your hamlet. This is very true. The stagecoach is where you recruit your new heroes.
Curiosity, interest, and obsession. Mile markers on my road to damnation.
Obviously, you gotta stay quiet for Wayne June. Um, yeah, the stagecoach is where you recruit new heroes and upgrade like your roster. At a certain point, we'll be able to upgrade your the experienced recruits tab, which once we can upgrade that, we start getting people here who start at level 1, 3, and 4, I think. I don't think they start at 5, because pretty sure 5 is like max level. Strange glow at the farmstead. The comet's impact was felt here in the hamlet. The great impact toppled gravestones and kicked up a cloud of dust that covered the entire region. When it finally settled, an eerie miasma was seen to spread from the mill. It distorted the rules of time and space far beyond imagining. Venture to the miller's farm to see what has been done. Okay, yes. This is kind of like a massive continued fight, so we're not going to be doing that, at least not yet. Uh, and let's see, what are the rewards here? We likely won't be doing either one of these medium uh, missions because, like I said, I don't really have the time. Um, Slippery boots, quickening satchel, grave robber only. Ooh, that could actually be pretty good. 3,000, 4,500. Highwayman, eh, not great. Shimmering cloak. That's good to put on an artificer. Um, yeah, an artificer. No, I don't think they're called the artificer. Whatever. It's good to put on the person who has like next to nothing. The Greater Good. Ooh, that's a fun name. What about this? Witch Hunt. And what if I do that? Nothing? Interesting. Okay. Where do you like to be? You can use Chop. You can't use Purge, though, so you will be in the Witch Hunt order. Yeah. Alright. Let's provision and let's go do all the room battles. Alright, so we have one holy water, one medicinal herb, one anti-venom. We'll bring 2 shovels, uh, full stack of food, full stack of or 2 full stacks of torches. Yeah. 1 skeleton key, 2 more holy waters, 3 bandages. Um, yeah, I think that's good. Don't need the laudanum. We'll bring 2 skeleton keys. Alright, and if we succeed on this, we will have more than enough money uh, to reinvest on future runs. Let me turn myself down a bit here because I'm pretty sure I'm being louder than I usually am. Alright, And now we just wait for the ruins to load. Funny story. I actually recently found out I own this game 3 times. Once on Epic, which is where I'm
But
playing
things
it
must
right
be
now.
given back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
Yeah, like I was saying, I own this game 3 times. Once on Epic, which is where I'm playing it through. Once on Steam, and once on my Xbox. And here you can see like the oddly shaped hallways. So this is actually rather. This wasn't in like the original base game, but it was added and it does actually help. Uh, ooh, plus 20% damage on our Plague Doctor. That's nice. Would have been better on Riviere here, but don't always get what you want. The long hallways were a feature that was added in later updates of the game. So even though it wasn't in the original installment of the game, it was still a very nice update because it meant a little more variety when you're going through the halls instead of it always being 4 squares. We will be using a torch on um, Reynolds' turn, and the reason we do that is because he, or is because the cultist acolyte here, who used Eldritch, one of those Eldritch moves, it lowers torchlight. You can also see here that dazzling light that we have, it can actually increase torchlight, so it increases it by
As the light
6.
gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Now, the leper has lowered accuracy, but much higher damage. So if we can account for that lowered accuracy, we can end up in much better situations. And we can kind of just destroy things in one hit. If he ever lands a crit, it's just game over for whatever he hit. Ooh, crit heal. Nice. A little bit of stress reduction. And then, yeah, he has a lot of self-buffing moves like Revenge, Purge, Withstand. It's all moves that just buff him and make him targets to attacks. But you can see there, like, the amount of damage he does is so much higher than the damage these... we'll use Bulwark of Faith. Just to get the torchlight back up, because this guy will die to damage over time. Stressful Incantation, that's the one that lowers the light.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
And that's the reason I wanted him to die to damage over time, is because it doesn't leave a corpse. So it makes it easier to just start attacking this cultist acolyte. That's what she is. You know, if she doesn't dodge all over the place, which she is wont to do.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
I'm gonna turn that down again a bit, because it was getting a little too loud. There we go. So, whenever you interact with something, you always interact with the character that is selected. So I will typically interact with things that may have negative effects with characters who have higher health or lower stress. Okay. What are we doing here? Blinding gas. Chop.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Ooh, he dodged it. That's good. Judgment. Smite. Wow, he was left on op. Well, that sucks. That should help, because that will kill them, but I mean, they can still do a lot of damage before they die. Or, that'll at least kill this one. It won't necessarily kill this one. See, I don't want to use Purge until there's at least 2 corpses. But now I can't really use anything with Reynold here.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
Well, that increased my
You
torchlight,
require
so
only the strength to
it
follow
works. Stack the Blight? Yeah, stack the Blight. Okay. I guess we can get away with some healing here then.
A death by inches.
Still healed for 1. Yeah, so if you don't have an ability to clear a corpse, then you're just stuck attacking it. Or waiting for it to just disappear on its own.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
And I can tell you from experience, it's not fun when enemies are stuck behind corpses and you can't do anything about it. Stack of books. Let's have you interact with it. An old journal entry. Ooh.
Packs laden with loot. are
We will
often
be
low
trying
on
to get as
supplies.
many of those as we can. I don't know if I knew there was a trap there or not. If I did, that was stupid. If I didn't, that was still stupid. Um, See, that's how you know that there's a trap there, because the scouting will tell you. Ooh, 2 battles in a row there. That's 3 battles. Almost back to back. Because room battle with a treasure, battle, and then a room battle again. Alright, who has the highest trap disarm? 50, 60, 70, 70 is the highest. And you got it, which also gives a little bit of stress relief. Cool. Torchlight. Make sure that torchlight is up when we get to the room battle. Alright, let's take everything we can, and then let's feed you 2 of those. Take another journal page.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Alright, we'll get rid of the citrine for the emerald. Hopefully we don't find a bunch more citrine. There's a map inside. Awesome. That'll give us more scouting. So I'm guessing that last room is probably going to be a battle. So, let's get to it. We'll use a plague grenade. Nope, they dodged. Okay. We'll use a dazzling light. Up at the front here, we'll have you attack the guy with the high defense. Alright, I guess a zealous accusation should probably take him out. They're really piling on the stress. I don't like that. And I really need to start healing Reynold. Need better heals than that. Come on, man.
Press this advantage. Give
All right.
them no quarter.
There's one. Oh, resolve check. Come on. Nope.
Self-preservation is paramount at any cost.
Okay.
At the very precipice of oblivion.
They will suffer stat penalties plus any further damage has a chance to kill them. Yippee!
A death denied.
But they stay on Death's Door recovery for the rest of the quest. There are certain campfire skills that can fix that, but we don't have a campfire, so it's not gonna happen. Disorienting blast to get rid of the corpses.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Heal. Ah, crit 8. Yes, good. More of those, please.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
The blood is a special type of supply item. Any collected bottles of the blood will be retained in your estate at quest end. They may be added to the provisions of embarking parties. The blood is rare. Spread it around wisely amongst those in need. The call is unyielding, the urge irresistible. Only the blood will quell this thirst. Alright, let's take everything else and then... you know what? Let's dump the medicinal herbs. I want the blood. This is an unlocked strongbox. I don't think you need to interact with it at all because it's unlocked. I want these gems. I just don't know what to get rid of. Okay, I'm gonna need the shovels. Keep the food. I guess I didn't need to bring this many torches. And it's far more likely we'll bleed than be blighted in here, so we'll get rid of the anti-venom. Alright. Let's use holy water. Oh crap, I think you need anti-venom for this. Let's use a torch.
The light, the promise of safety.
Well, that's cool. Alright, and here's a fight. You know, right after I got rid of the anti-venom, we get a bunch of stuff that can blight us. Okay. Kill the maggot.
To the pit.
Certain enemies don't have, certain enemies don't have corpses when they die, so sometimes you'll see that like an enemy dies and it doesn't leave behind a corpse. That's not a mod or anything, that's just certain enemies don't leave corpses behind. So these maggots, the Grave Nibble does stress and stun, and then the Spitters, they have a long-range attack if they're in the back row. They will inflict blight with any of their attacks. Oh, hush hush, Moby. 1 damage per turn isn't going to kill you. Well, actually, it has before, but it won't this time. You'll be fine. Oh, and I guess I can explain diseases. You know, if a tooltip doesn't pop up first. Spasm of the entrails. Minus 20% healing skills while camping. Basically, diseases are like long-term debuffs. So they aren't just gone after a fight.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
You know what? You wanted to read so badly. Ooh, hard noggin. Plus 15% stun resist. That's pretty good. Alright. We ready for a room battle? I guess. Let's feed you a bit. There we go. And yes, I did just use a torch right before a fight to get the extra surprise chance. I'll try not to do that super often, but sometimes you just can. and I don't fully understand why you can, but it works, so...
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Chop you, yeah. How much health do you have left? 5 and 5? This has a chance to kill you both? Well, it got rid of one, so I'll take it. Graveyard Slash. They did the Graveyard Slash. Oh, Jesus. Just piling on stress to everybody else, because you hate me. You know, I actually kind of liked you, Mobeen and Moby. Wow. Those are the... wow. Okay.
Obliterated.
So, now that he's in the front row, he can only use Bayonet Jab. I'm pretty sure she can still use all 3 of hers, yeah. So, she's target number 1, because otherwise... Otherwise, Mobeen here is just going to keep aggravating me.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
The Bayonet Jab has an extremely low chance to hit. It gets higher with...
Decimated.
Ooh. It gets higher with the upgraded variants, but it's always best if you can to have the Arbalists in the front row, or in the front 2 spots, because that way you can...
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
That way you can always draw out the Bayonet Jab instead of having them actually be, like, fighting you. Alright, let's drop the Jade, because the crests are more important this early in the game. Alright, as we found out earlier, yours is the best chance to disarm the trap, but you're also the most stressed.
The trap maker's art, his efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
And this is why I was leaving food untouched. I am pretty sure these bookcases are nothing but bad, but you know what? You have low stress. Ooh, a map. The last room is a room battle with a curio. Of course it is. Alright. Let's head up to this last room and hopefully...
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Hopefully we can actually make it there without any untimely deaths. I guess that means we need to take out this madman. And you missed. Okay, dazzling light on the courtier. Health I can fix. Stress is piling up pretty high. So let's try to keep these stress givers from acting. Alright. Dodge the Graveyard Slash, and now you're gonna get quarreled. It's not too bad. But you act first because your speed is 8. Okay. Heal you. You're going to use a Plague Grenade. Stress to all of you. This is great. You're at 179. Okay. Well, that works. Oh, that corpse is gruesome. Okay, you're gonna mark yourself. Because you are the lowest stress, so I need you to take all of the stress of the party. Reynold, you are the last defense against stress. Alright, yes, so if that stress reached 200, her heart gives out and she has a heart attack.
Destroyed.
Once it reaches 100, you get a resolute check, which you can't really rely on getting resolutes. It's a much lower chance of resolute than it is for a reaction like selfish. A meltdown is what they're called. Like, I'm pretty sure it's actually in here somewhere. There's a resolute chance that just is shown. Hippocratic leper. A leper that took an oath to do no harm. That's interesting, considering the giant sword that the leper
slow
wields.
Death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Oh yeah, the courtier in the front rows uses a skill called Knife in the Dark, which does low physical damage instead of the high stress damage that the courtier can usually do. So another candidate for keeping them
that overconfidence
high
is a slow
in
and insidious killer.
in the priority to like bring to the front. Haha, decorative urn. Well, since the last area is these are more worth than the items. Since the last area is a curio, Riviere's Resolve, come on. Nope, selfish as well.
Madness. Our old
Okay. Ooh. High chance to reduce stress there. Alright, let's hope one of these selfish people doesn't automatically use it. And Dazzling Light. Nope, missed. Alright. It's usually best not to spread out damage too much, if you can avoid it. Oof. That's not good. One crit and she could have a heart attack. Okay. What's your speed? 7? Crap, 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 crap. Oh, thank God. Wow. All of these guys get to go before me, eh? Except for this guy. Let's, I guess... Alright. Well,
injury and despondence set the stage for heroism.
we'll use Bulwark
or
of Faith
cowardice.
here. Which does mean that the Bone Arbalist, I'm pretty sure, can do more damage. But, it's necessary. Otherwise, this one here, Mobeen, will really have a bad time. We'll use Disorienting Blast. Okay. Okay. And hopefully this smite can finish this fight. Okay.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Well, that was the last fight, so we'll just eat the last of that food. Continue adventuring for just a minute. Interact with this and use the ornate fountain. Heal 20 stress.
Room by room,
Okay.
hall by hall, we reclaim what is ours.
So that's a pretty good case study in what not to do. Never let your stress get that high. It's a very good way to get your characters killed. And I guess we'll just not take Moby into the Warrens anytime soon. Let's hope, hopefully, that there are some...
Long years may seek to separate them. Action and consequence will invariably have their dreadful reunion.
Intolerable clouds of mosquitoes and other less identifiable pests continue to descend upon the hamlet with maddening persistence. Illness and irritation abound. New courtyard quest available. So these are weekly events. Basically, after each dungeon, there's a chance of a certain event to occur. Dismas has found meditation to be a perfect fit. New quirk, Meditator. Improved stress reduction while meditating and while camping. That's good. Dismas meditated and recovered 39 stress and is no longer selfish. Also good. The blacksmith is now unlocked. Cool. Alright, we successfully completed our first foray into the ruins. Oh, yeah, you can see the
In time, you
the mosquitoes
will know
around.
the tragic extent of my failings.
You can see the mosquitoes around the Ancestors' Memoirs here. That's part of the Crimson Court DLC. Alright, so this
Make
is
no
the
mistake,
guild.
We will face
Basically,
ever greater threats.
any hero
Our
you put in
soldiers
here can
must be
unlock
ready.
new skills. And the blacksmith,
The bellows blast
heroes
once again.
you put in
The
here,
forge
you
stands
can
ready to
upgrade
make
their
weapons of
gear.
war.
So you can go from... Oh, wait. Why can't I do that? Allows upgrading hero weapons to higher ranks. Okay, so I guess you need to get weaponsmithing and armorsmithing before you can actually upgrade. Yeah, prerequisite weaponsmithing level 1. So, yeah, you can upgrade your armor and your weapons there to have your heroes just be better overall. Let's put Mobeen in the gambling hall. Let's actually see, do we have stuff that we need to reduce the cost?
All manner
We
of
do.
diversion and dalliance
Perfect.
await those who cross the threshold with coin in hand.
And Riviere, let's put you... Let's send you to the Cloister, because that's cheap. And upgraded. So, there we go. Now we need to check out the stagecoach to see who has shown up. Ooh. Alright, you have Eldritch Slayer and Stress Faster. And a Blutomania. Oof. But the Eldritch Slayer on a Occultist is very good. What about you? Nervous Bleeder and just Nervous. Stout and Thick-Blooded. Huh. Interesting. But you have worse abilities, so we will take
To
Moduit
fight the abyss,
and Russell.
one must know it.
Welcome, Russell. And you will be going out with almost only the Occultist because you get less healing from the Vestal.
To those with a keen eye, gold gleams
Alright.
like a dagger's point.
And that will be it for this episode of Darkest Dungeon. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video and made it this far, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment. And I will see all of you next time. Bye, techies.